going to focus initially on the formatting here at the top of our articles, or indeed lack of. So here, for example, and go through this step by step. I'm going to go to the back end, and we've got essentially two ways of dealing with this formatting in the front end. We can do it at the global level, which means we would apply the formatting across the site to all of the articles or to the menu items. And we can do it on a menu by menu basis, or we can do it on a article by article basis. Let's just have a look at this. Let's start with the menus, and I'm in the global configuration in the menu section, and we see here show page heading is set to hide. So let's go through this. This is the page heading here, and it's related to the menu item name. So home is home, obviously, and we don't have it turning up on the fruits, veg, baskets, about, or login pages. Let's now switch this to show and save that, refresh, and go through again. Okay, it's still here, but now we have it turning up on fruits, veg, baskets, and indeed on login. Let's just, to hammer that point home, let's go into the login item, and let's change the name of the login menu item to login X, and refresh, and we see our name has changed up here, and it ripples down through here. But we don't necessarily want that, so let's look at turning that off. Let's just switch this back to login and save and close. Let's try to turn it off as much as possible on the global level first. So we go back to menus, we go back to hide, and save and close. We refresh, and we see it's gone now on all of the pages, basically as it was at the beginning, except for the home page. And now we have to ask ourselves the question where this home is coming from. It's obviously coming from the home here. I can actually find that out, or I can basically double check that here. Switching this to X, save, refresh, and I see this correlates. But we still have to figure out how to switch this off. So obviously I did this before, so I'm kind of giving the game away here. We're going to have to go not to options, we'll be doing options later, but we're going to go to page display, show page heading. It's set to show, and we're going to use global hide. So sometimes these get there's a little bit of a mismatch going on here, and you have to come in here and do a little bit of tweaking. So that looks kind of pretty much where we want to be. Just bear in mind that this is where you would break the rules if you wanted to at in this case, a menu level, and you could do the same thing, breaking the rules on an article by article level. Close that. But we still have other stuff turning up here as well. We're good with the article names. We're going to hold on to that for the moment. We could actually just hide those article names and put them into articles. That would also be another option, but we can just leave them there as they are for the moment. And we're going to look at some of this other stuff here. So let's do that at a global level because it's simpler. And we're going to go to the articles, and we're going to go through here. Let's just hide the title just to start with. Hello world. So if you wanted to, you could hide the titles and then just put them into the articles themselves. That might help you with some formatting. It might be an interesting thing to consider if you so desired. But let's just start switching off essentially, basically, pretty much everything we see here. We certainly don't want the category. That would be the category here, the hello category. We don't want the author name. We don't want the publish date. If I don't know what it is, I'm just going to switch it off. We don't want the tags. We could record the hits. It's probably not going to hurt us, but we don't want to show them. And let's save that and go to the front end, refresh. So that is looking quite different now. And we've done this across all of the articles. If for whatever reason we wanted to have something like, for example, the hits showing up on a single article, we would go into that single article. Let's say we wanted to have about us and options, and we could go down to hits here, wherever the hits are. Here they are. And we could break the rule. So we could say show, save. And then we have the hits only turning up on the about page here. Let's go back and switch off the hits. Use global, save and close. But we've got a couple of other things going on here as well, because we still have the read time. We still have the read time, and of course we have the author info here again a second time. And we're going to have to go to Astroid now to hunt these things down. So we're going to go to template styles, into our copy of our Astroid template. And specifically, we're going to go into the section article blog. And we're going to go in here and into the single article option section. We're going to switch off the author info, and the other item I've already forgotten was the read time. Switch that off here, save, and refresh. So now those items have gone as well. So we're kind of getting closer and closer to our goal here. At least some of this ballast is now gone. Conversely, of course, similar to how it worked in Joomla, if we were to go in here into either a menu or an article, we could start breaking the rules. So if you remember, we just mentioned briefly we had these items here. So menu options, banner options. I don't think it's in here. I think it's more in the article section. Into the articles. Hello world. We can come in here and start switching off these blocks, or switching them on, or breaking the rules, or doing it the other way around, twisting and turning things. So we could, for example, let's just say we specifically wanted to have the author info on the blog, so we could show it, and we wanted to have the read time on the blog. So we save, let's just save it. We go here. So those items are not turning up on the other articles, but on the blog they turn up. We have the read time and we have the author. Oops, excuse me. So let's put that back the way it was, inherent and inherent, save it and save and close. And we are kind of back to where we want to be. Just very, very broadly speaking, if you know that you're going to be formatting, let's say 90% of the content on your site in one way, then it makes sense to set that up at the global level. And then you can do the exceptions on an article by article basis, or indeed on a menu by menu basis. I hope that makes some kind of sense. Next up, I guess it's kind of, what we could do is maybe we could just get some Joomla modules up here onto the login page so that we could look at, then we can really get dug into the Astroid side of things and look at formatting on articles and on modules and how that all works and basically links up with Joomla seamlessly.